Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to talk a little bit about the entrepreneur mindset. So probably last week I had a video that I put out with Josh Cruz from Cruz Imaging Solutions on our other web series, Drinks with Entrepreneurs. So here on Net Builders XL, I like to dig a little bit deeper into that conversation because I felt like we only scratched the surface of an entrepreneur's mindset. So that's what I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit today. So the entrepreneur mindset. First, let's distinguish the difference between employees' mindset and the entrepreneur's mindset. And how I like to do that is I like to talk about Robert Kiyosaki's cash quadrant. So if you're familiar with it, you'll see up here on the top left, you have an employee. An employee works and he busts his ass in order to build somebody else's dream. He gets paid off of the time that he works, not the value. He gets paid off of the time that he spends. So he's getting paid hourly or maybe a salary. It doesn't matter how much value he brings as long as he does this certain task, and it doesn't matter if he does a good job at it or if he doesn't. He is capped at that amount right there. Now, yeah, you might get overtime, but you are still paid for your time. So we can have that argument all day, but I'm not here to argue with it. I'm just explaining it. So after you have that employee level, right below it, you have the self-employed. Now, the self-employed is what most entrepreneurs sit at. They sit at a self-employed level to where they're getting paid off of their value. They're not getting paid off of time. Most self-employed entrepreneurs work hours and hours, maybe 60-hour weeks, and they're only paid, if you were talking about time, they're only paid for maybe about 2 hours worth of their time, but that's beside the fact. They get paid off of the value that they bring, off of the value. So if you're getting paid off of your value, the hours that you work aren't necessarily a factor in determining how much you get paid. Does that make sense? Let's go a little bit deeper into it, because I think that's where a lot of people start to not understand what's going on. And when I talk about the difference between self-employed and the 9 to 5. So a self-employed individual can spend 60 hours a week working. He could be doing the marketing for his own business. He's wearing so many different hats. He's doing the marketing for his business. He's creating advertisement campaigns. He's reaching out and talking to clients and prospects. He or she is building and networking with other individuals. Now, while all of this is being done, there is no revenue coming in from it. None at all. Revenue isn't generated until they land that client or prospect. Well, they land that client, a contract is signed, work is done, or goods or products are exchanged, and then that's when revenue is generated. So that is the complete opposite of a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 goes in, clocks in, and they're paid hourly, no matter how good they do or how bad they do. Now, a self-employed person, if their product or their service isn't up to par, up to expectations that the client expected, then that hurts that business. So, what's the next step in that quadrant? It's called being a business owner. Now, a lot of people say, hey, I'm self-employed. I own a business. Okay, gotcha. Let me explain to you the difference between self-employed and being a business owner. When you're self-employed, it's just you. If you get sick, if you go to your kid's soccer game, if you take a vacation to celebrate your revenue gain, your business stops. Your business stops. So what you're trying to do to create a business or become a business owner is you're trying to duplicate yourself to where you can take that break, you can take that vacation, you can go and do whatever you need to do, and your business is still running. You have employees. You've duplicated yourself. All right. And the fourth part of that quadrant is an investor. You can invest time. You can invest money. You can invest in others to help build your business more. So that's that cash quadrant there. So let's talk about the entrepreneur mindset, the mindset behind this thing. All right. So the biggest transition, the biggest transition to make is from that 9 to 5 to self-employed, because that's when you have to realize that you're not going to get paid for every hour or every minute that you're working. You're building your brand, you're building your business, you're building it. So no, you're not going to get paid for it. No one's going to pay you for that. You don't get paid until you land that client, until you provide that service, until you get paid off of the value as well. So that's the biggest change for people to make, going from a 9 to 5 to self-employed, is that you're not getting paid for all of your efforts. Now, you get paid on the back end later on. You're also investing money into your business. So that's what hurts a lot of people, the upfront cost that it takes to start your business, whether it be licensing, whether it be that LLC, whether it be items that you need. If you're selling a product, my wife, she does Forays Cosmetics. You see her on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page sometimes. But she does Forays Cosmetics. Now, I watch as she has to buy products in order to build her inventory, in order to build her products. So she outsources from a lot of different places. Now, her upfront investment for this was thousands of dollars. Now it's time to start selling. And that's what she's doing right now. She's still self-employed right now, but trying to move into being the business owner to where she can hire individuals to be able to create her products for her while we go on vacation. So that upfront investment is something that crushes a lot of people, that can knock people out all the time. Now, the mindset shift here is understanding that you're going to do work for free. You're going to do work for free. I'm not saying you're going to provide value to clients for free, but you're going to work on your marketing. You're going to work on your Facebook. You're going to build this. You're going to build that, and it takes a lot of work. All right? So what I wanted to really discuss today is ways to be able to make that a more successful transition. So, for instance, being selfish with your time. That's something that a lot of entrepreneurs have problems with, being selfish with your time. Listen, you're a business owner now. Your time is not yours anymore, and it's not yours to give anymore. Your time is your business's. That's who owns your time right now. So you can't give your time to other people. And it sucks at first, and it's hard to do. You have to condition yourself to do this. But personally, me, I put a sign on when I worked out of the house. I put a sign on my door outside of my room where I worked, and it would say, from 9 to 5, I'm inaccessible to anybody, my kids, my wife, unless it's an emergency. You don't have my time. My time is going to be spent on my business. And then sometimes I'm working overtime, so I'll leave. I'll go to a hotel room and I'll finish doing my work there just so I can get some peace and quiet. But your time is no longer yours to give. Your time belongs to your business. Now, how do you make that easier? Before I go to sleep at night, I have a list. I have a printed off sheet that has 10 slots on it. And I write down 10 things that need to get done for my business before I go to sleep every night. I do this. Then I wake up the next day and I knock those things off that list. Now, I like to play video games. I like to have a drink. I like to talk to friends. I'm a human, and I realize that, just as you are. But if you really want your business to grow, these 10 things on this list need to get done before you go and enjoy yourself. Or then, say you only finish 7 things, and then you go and decide to hang out with your friends. Now, those 3 things at the bottom of that list that you didn't complete are going to get transferred to the next day, which means that you're always 3 tasks behind. That's not where you want to be. You want to be on top of it the whole time. Now, yeah, you're going to be a workaholic. Yes, you're going to be balls deep in your work all the time, and it is what it is. I mean, this is what you wanted, right? I mean, this is what you wanted. you wanted to be a business owner, you wanted to be self-employed, it's not a walk in the park. And anybody that tells you that being a business owner is easy is either a person that is a moron or who no, that's pretty much it. That person's a moron. There's nothing easy about running a business. There's nothing easy. Time management is one thing that kills businesses all of the time. Not realizing how much time you have to invest. Yeah, money you have to invest, but your time. The time that you need to invest in researching, watching videos. So that brings me to the ABCs. The biggest mind shift, the biggest thing that can change, make or break an entrepreneur is the ABCs. A, associations. I've cut and severed so many ties and cut so many people off, whether it be family, whether it be longtime friends. I've cut so many people off because your associations are going to mold you. Putting yourself around positive people that are like-minded and trying to do what you do. I only hang around people that are doing better than me. I only hang around people that are more ambitious than me. People that are more knowledgeable than me. Because once you become the smartest person in the room, it's time for you to walk out of that room and find a room with people smarter than you. Does that make sense? I would think it would. If you're the smartest person in the room and you stay in that room, it's only to stroke your own ego. But it's not. It is not building you up. It's not making you better. You know what I mean? So if you're the smartest person in the room, get up, walk out of that room, and meet smarter people. Alright? B. A was associations. B, books. The books that you read. I love reading. And I know it's hard to find time to read, as is for me. So I like audiobooks. If you get Audible for Amazon, they give you free credits, I think, every month. And a credit buys a book. Read, listen to these books. Listen to them on your way to wherever you're going. Listen to them at night before you go to sleep. Personally, that's what I like to do. I like to listen to an audio book before I'm going to sleep. Fill your mind with positive stuff. Fill your mind with motivational stuff that's going to help you build discipline. C, conferences that you attend. I know during COVID it was hard to do conferences. It was hard to, get to places or whatever. But there's if you have a favorite YouTube motivational speaker, or you have a favorite YouTube person that you're to go to. Me personally, Gary Vee or Dave Pena. I love these guys. That counts as a conference. But I'll sit down and listen to a Gary Vee episode for a whole hour, because there's positive and good information that you're getting out of this content. You have to change your way of thinking. You have to change a lot of habits that you've built in life, and it takes a long time to do. It could take a long time to do, but it's not going to happen overnight, I'll tell you that. So these are things that need to be changed. When you're going from 9 to 5 to an entrepreneur, you have to change who you're associating with. You have to change what kind of information you're putting in your mind. You have to change what kind of people that you're around altogether. You have to change your entire environment around in order to accommodate and build discipline in yourself. Personally, I used to work in my room before, in the beginning, early stages, I would work in my room. So I had my TV in there. I had my Xbox in there, and I had to, every time I would leave my TV on and the Xbox on, and I would see notifications, bing, bing, and it would pull me away from work because I would look over and see it, and oh look, one of my friends are online. I haven't seen him in a while, so I would jump in a party with him, and then I'm gonna play the video game for like 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna get off, and 2 minutes turns into 2 hours that I wasted. And I lost time out from building my business when that's what I should have been doing. So one of the things I had to change is I had to move the TV out of the room and get rid of the Xbox. Like, I didn't need it there. My phone is a tool that I use for business at times. But if I am editing a video, or if I am working on a contract or building a quote, I take my phone and I actually turn off the notifications altogether. The reason being is because you could be sitting there working, and then you see a notification, a Facebook message, and you go, hey, I want to check this out. And then you end up scrolling down an endless rabbit hole of more and more posts that lead you to more and more posts. And a quick check on Facebook turned into a 5-hour watching session of you just seeing what everybody else is doing and clicking the like button, commenting. And that's great for networking if that's what you're doing it for. But at the same time, that those hours that you set to do what you're doing in your business should be only for doing those things in your business. So it's a designated time. So what I would suggest is getting rid of all distractions until your discipline is built up strong enough to where you're fine. Now, my notifications on my phone, they stay right here. I don't care anymore because I'm disciplined enough, and it took me months to do it. I'm disciplined enough to not check it. Now, I know that sounds like so easy to do, but actually, while you're working on your business, think about it. How many times do you pick up your phone? Every time you hear a ding on your phone, how many times do you check it? And then after you check it, do you go right into that message, respond to that message, or do you start to see other things that attract your attention? And then what was supposed to be a 30-second reply ends up being, you cruising through the web, and that's what it's designed for. That's what it's designed for. It's designed to keep your attention. That's Facebook's algorithm. YouTube's algorithm is designed to keep you there. So don't, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and sit down and think about all the things that distract you and remove them from the equation. That way, if they're removed from the equation, now you have no excuse and you have more focus on what you're doing in your business. And that right there is the entrepreneur mindset, the shift that you have to have. I got a little bit more time, so how about this? We can talk about the word can't. An entrepreneur, a person that's not an entrepreneur and is not going to be a successful entrepreneur, tells you what they can't do. An entrepreneur tells you how they are going to figure it out. I had a mentor, Dan Elias, shout out to you, and he used to always say, a person that's not going to be successful for their business will sit there and tell you, I don't have the money to invest into my business. A person that will be successful is a person that says, I'm about to go figure out how to get the money to invest in my business. And that's the difference. That is the huge difference. Can't and I will go figure out how to do it, because that's essentially what an entrepreneur is. It's a person that takes a question and creates a solution. So if you can't create a solution on how to get a resource for your business, then how good of an entrepreneur are you? Or how good are you going to be at solving somebody else's problem? Because like I said, that's what an entrepreneur is, a person that's solving somebody else's problem. So these are little tiny tips that I just wanted to give you guys and let you know. I'm not attacking anybody, but I just want you to be honest with yourself. If you see yourself falling into any of these categories, stop for a second. Be honest with yourself. Reassess yourself. Reassess what you're doing with your time. Are you being busy or are you being productive? Sit down, make it happen. Don't procrastinate. You see something, write down your plan. Don't spend years writing down your plan, because then it'll never come to fruition. Get up and go do it. Go do it. Don't wait for anything. Don't do it. Just get up and go do it. Alright, so until next time, I'll see you then. This is RJ Stewart for Net Builders XL. You can check us out on www.netbuilders360.com. You can follow us on any of our links below. And do me a favor, if you like this, you want to hear more, subscribe, punch that like button in the face, and I'll see you guys on the next video we should have out in about a week. In the meantime, check us out on Net Builders 360. Check out our other series, Drinks with Entrepreneurs, and Net Builders Season 1 just came out. Season 2 should be out, I believe it's scheduled to be out in a few days, I think Friday. So check it out. This is where we talk. We have interviews with other entrepreneurs. We ask questions and we get their insights and their experiences so that we can share it with you guys. So don't miss out on it. Remember, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Later. Hey, what's up? It's RJ Stewart, owner of Pro Entity LLC and host and creator of Net Builders 360. So listen, entrepreneurs, business owners, here's the main reason why your success is being stunted. It's because you're not networking. You have to network with other entrepreneurs and business owners. So for this reason, we created Net Builders 360. So log in, create an account, and start networking with other entrepreneurs. Build your network. In the past 2 months, I have met some of the most amazing entrepreneurs and like-minded individuals, which has expanded my network, brought me in more business, and has increased my revenue by, I can't even tell you what percentage. So if you are staying to yourself and hoping to expand your network and build your business, that's the wrong answer. Build your network and just create an explosion in your business. Log in www.netbuilders360.com. See you there. Later.